Hi, my name is Glenn Beatty, U.S. Life Master. In this video, we will be discussing the game between Shervarth versus Gorchek, round 8 of the Tata Steel tournament. The opening is a Sicilian defense, Scheveningen variation. Gorchek plays the highly theoretical knight to g4 line, attacking white sniper on e3. Of course, Shervarth, the attacking wizard, accepts the challenge. Let's have a look. Knight to g4. White can also play his bishop back to c1, and black don't have anything better than knight to f6, repeating the position. If white tries f3, defending the g4 square, black has to move queen to b6. Let's have a look. Instead of bishop to g5 as the main line, if he played bishop to c1, black just plays back to f6. And if white tried to keep his bishop on e3 by a move like f3, and now he would like to play bishop to e3, black have the annoying move queen to b6 if forking two pieces, but this fails to the simple move check. Therefore, bishop to g5. Black is more or less forced to continue in this vein. This is his most dynamic way to develop his pieces. In the spirit of the Sicilian defense, black must be aggressive. Black has achieved a number of things for his king side weaknesses. His bishop is bearing down on white's queen side. Also, he controls the important f4 square in white's position. Black keeps his knight in white's face. Black captures with the pawn instead of the bishop, because the pawn captures open up the h-file for the second player. Also, his little one is strong on g4, controlling f3 and h3. Notice, white's dark sniper is looking at a cement wall on d6. If white tries to activate him, he will weaken his king side. A good move, centralizing his knight. If black elects to kick the knight with e6, the d6 square will be weakened. Of course, not knight takes c6 by white, because black will capture on c6, opening up the b file and placing another pawn in the center. If c3, if knight does c7 check instead of c3, what's this? Didn't black just lose the exchange? Yes. Although his compensation lays in his solid pawn structure and white's scattered pawns on the queen side, and imprisoned structure on the king side. Also, black has no weaknesses for white to use. The knight is just as good as a rook in this position. Let's continue with a couple of moves. This is analysis, not the game. Rook to c8 is a move. This is about the best white can hope for, activating his crook. Did he make progress? No. His queenside pawns are split and weak. His f5 pawn must be defended by the g pawn, traveling to g4, but this pawn will not have support. Black's positional advantage more than give him enough compensation for the exchange. The game continuation. White plays c3. b5. f6 is also a move. The game might continue. f4. White needs to open up the position so his rooks can have mobility. Rooks need space to operate on. I like this idea instead of the game continuation. Why? Because I still put my crook on a half open file, maybe better than the c file. I stop the g pawn from advancing. White will have to protect this isolated pawn with a major piece or minor, decreasing his bishop or rook activity. If the game is unclear. Black looks a lot better than the game continuation. Why? Number one, I am threatening to hop on d4 with my knight, winning the f5 pawn, and I have liquidated one of White's queenside pawns. And the a pawn is still weak. His f5 pawn is still weak. And all of Black pawns are in a compact position. Very difficult for White to attack them. The game continuation. b5. Blacks want to keep his rook on to assist his pawns march on the queen side. Opening up the position for his rooks. Further opening up the position with g5. That is why earlier I preferred to place my rook on the g file, because it takes White longer to achieve this type of position. Same idea as in before. Now the position is getting tough for Black. Why? Because the rooks are starting to have ranks and files to operate on. Now once Black captures on g5, White rooks will have the 6th, 7th, and 8th rank to operate on. They can become very powerful with this type of mobility. Continue opening up the position for his rooks. 6th, 7th, and 8th ranks can cause black problems in this position. The rook is pinned on a6. The bishop is poisoned. Black is in trouble. White rooks are extremely active. The endgame is lost for the second player. Let's look at a Super Grandmaster technique. Notice the pattern. Black is forced to move his sniper because his king cannot travel on the D file. White don't want Black's bishop on the A7 G1 diagonal because his king wants to stand on G3. The king must go in the corner. Notice how White forced Black's king to deal with mate in 1 and control the G1 A7 diagonal. Once again, forcing the Black monarch to occupy a mating position. The last trap. Of course, we won't take the bishop. And Black must resign. What a great game. Shervarov outplayed Gorshek not in the opening, but in the middle game. And he brought home the victory by excellent in-game technique. Thanks for watching. Good chess. Good luck. Cheers.